A suicide rocked the gaming industry yesterday, an industry which recently had its fair share of troubling headlines. Now Byron, Reckful Bernstein took his own life. Let's pay tribute to him and his news piece and shine a light on the importance of mental health. Roll the intro. At 31 years young, Byron Reckful Bernstein took his life. He ended a battle with depression by suicide. And no news piece will do this sorrow that his loved ones now feel any justice. So instead, let's focus on the accolades that he accumulated throughout his life, his career as a streamer, a pro player. Byron was a top tier, one of the world's best World of Warcraft players. He was a Twitch streamer for almost as long as Twitch has been around. And then eventually he stopped playing World of Warcraft and he focused on developing his own MMO, Everland. So with this, he wanted to bring joy to people, bring people together, bring them closer to friendships, create a community. You know, in his own words, that was his goal. And I believe that in general, as a streamer, as an entertainer, that must have been his goal. So I want to focus on the joy he brought to people. The smile he might have been on anyone's darkest day, week, month. You know, the light in midst of all this darkness that he might have been. We often trivialize the gaming and entertainment industry as something of no importance. But what it does is, as the name goes, it entertains us. It can be the reason for that smile on our faces. And if you ask me, in my darkest times, I would have taken a smile over amplifying my sorrow anytime. So I thank Byron Bernstein for providing that joy to people. And I remember him for this. I also don't want to forget what caused him to take his life, depression. I want to address it because mental health too often goes unaddressed. We sweep it under the rug. We judge people for it almost, or people feel like they're judged. They feel like having mental health issues is a weakness. It's not. And speaking out on it or admitting it, trying to do something about it is not weakness either, it's strength. As a society, we need to be more open to conversations on mental health, to helping people in need. It often starts with something as simple as the question of, how are you? Being taken seriously and also being open to a serious, maybe a long answer, rather than how are you just being a formality that we gloss over. We can do better. 10% of this world's population are fighting depression, battling it. It's not a battle you're in alone, statistically speaking, but when you're in that fight, it feels like the loneliest thing ever. And that's the problem. To anyone watching this news piece who is struggling, this is the internet, this is a random video, but often a stranger on the internet can be the difference. There is a comment section. Feel free to share your struggles if you want to. Who knows who that stranger might be that could help you out here. This is an open forum. Also in the description box, we've put a link for a suicide prevention hotline in America, also internationally. And we'll be back for more news on esports and gaming tomorrow. For now, let's remember Byron Reckful Bernstein, like his former ex Blue chose to do with this video and her statement on screen.